Hope you had a great festival of Holi and immersed yourselves in color and happiness with the loved ones and with the strangers as well. In case you thought that Holi is only restricted to India, did you know that several nations including the USA, UK, Japan, Singapore, Nepal, Canada, Mauritius and even Australia are among the countries that celebrate Holi each year? Now, largely, it is the Indian diaspora that is now settled abroad. But many countries also traditionally are known to enjoy and celebrate the festivities. So let's take a look at some of the images that have surfaced. This was a delightful video shared by Hiroshi Suzuki. He's the ambassador of Japan to India and clearly loving throwing colors at the family members. As a political diplomatic gesture acknowledging Indian diaspora's presence and Hindu community's contribution, US President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden extended their Holi greetings to one and all. Times Square broadcast this Holi message, thereby also likely generating curiosity among others, while those present in USA from India and from the community clearly feeling happy over this message. Now, members of the diaspora in Los Angeles were seen immersed in color. It was a moment of community bonding away from their homeland. In the USA, specifically, it was the cherry blossoms with the Holi festival that welcomes the spring season. And how? So if Indians were celebrating Holi in the USA, how were American officials in India celebrating the festival? The US Embassy in Delhi shared this lovely video. The Goras drenched in colors and saying Holi hai to one and all. But remember, this is not just a festival of colors, but also to relish delicious sweets. So USA's ambassador, Eric Garcetti this time, enjoying and relishing these gujias that we all love on his first Holi in India. Also mentioning the India-US friendship and a delightful mix of tradition and celebration this time. Let's go across to Canada. Stephen Lecce, Ontario Minister of Education, shared these images with joyful children with rang and pichkari, ensuring that the minister is drowning in color. Singapore's diplomats also enjoyed documenting the Festival of Colors, and not just in the safety zone of national capital Delhi or the embassy, but they decided to go to Braj, where else but where the Holi festival is historically and in abundance celebrated. High Commissioner Wong shared the greetings and these images from Braj Ki Holi Celebrations 2024 in Barsana that were clicked by First Secretary Sean Lim. Such moments also help the outside world know about the beauty of this unique festival. Also, the German ambassador to India shared this lovely video of some of the Indian colleagues surprising him with color and joy at the embassy's Holi celebration. Remember, this is a festival of spring, but it's also about the celebration of culture, life, and coming together. I also received images from Australia. This is the eastern suburbs of Melbourne Group. And what a joy it looks for these adults as they replay their Holi childhood now with their next generation in Australia. Immersed in colors and finding a home away from home. Indian diaspora has made a strong presence in Australia in the past few years, especially as professionals and students. Now let's go toward the Middle East. In the United Arab Emirates, Holi festivities typically involve concerts or even outdoors revelries. But this year, due to the Ramzan also coinciding with the festival, restaurants have cashed in, introducing special Holi customized menus and deals. Even Taj Jumeirah Lake Towers in Dubai hosted a color yoga session, while other hotels offered a very specific Holi menu. So even the Middle East are witnessing Holi celebrations. Even in Israel, the Indian diaspora along with the Israeli nationals took a pause to mark the Festival of Colors, and also that coincided with the Jewish festival of Purim. It was also a moment of break and breather amid the ongoing war. And with that, we hope the conflict comes to an end soon enough in this region and the next Eid or Holi or Purim can be celebrated in peace. Meanwhile, the Foreign Affairs Minister of Ukraine is set to mark his first visit to India this week and shared therefore this message for Holi ahead of the visit. Also talking of Mahatma Gandhi's statue in capital city Kyiv, reflecting on India-Ukraine friendship. A festival greeting by politicians, remember, is also an acknowledgement of political understanding and respect between two nations. Let's now also tell you about our neighbor nations, where Holi is as much a part of tradition and culture. Minority Hindu population in Pakistan, ensuring a piece of their land's history and culture remains visible, celebrated the festival. Nepal, where Hindu community is in majority, celebrated with full fervor. In Kathmandu, not just local residents, but foreigners were also seen joining in at the popular Basantpur Darbar Square, which is also referred to as the Holi Junction of Kathmandu. It is a historical courtyard and Holi was observed with the traditional fervor. Now, all of these images are in 2024, but historically, traditionally, many other countries have celebrated the Hindu festival of Holi. Let me now also tell you about these nations where other communities come together and ensure that the Festival of Colors immerses any and everyone. Mauritius is a culturally diverse country with a prominent Indian and specific Hindu population where markets are filled with holy colors, pitchkaris and sweets. Just like it is in India, there is also puja material that is available, for example, for the Holika Dahan. So very similar to how it is performed in India. Also in some Caribbean communities with Indian roots, such as Guyana, Suriname, Trinidad and Tobago, Holi or Phagwa, as it is also known as, is celebrated with exuberance and enthusiasm. These festivities reflect a beautiful fusion of Indian traditions with a unique Caribbean culture. It's creating also colors and camaraderie together. So from Fiji to South Africa, where migration of Indians happened centuries ago, it has resulted in taking these ancestral roots, which are retained, and in festivities that intermingle with local traditions and culture. As I conclude, Holi represents the fact that in humankind, color differences do not matter. Caste and class and cultural differences vanish for this one day. It's also a reminder to always fight the good fight, to celebrate coming together. Let's appreciate the legend, history and culture of this holy festival. Let's also take joy for a festival that is so unique to our identity. But it's also a festival that is celebrated beyond borders and in hope of a better world, an equal world for tomorrow. Thank you for watching.